Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Global Resilience Exchange YouTube channel. My name is Daniela, and this is a recap of May 2025 Continuity Coffee and Chat, where resilience professionals from around the globe gather monthly to connect, share, and grow together. This month's session was a little different. We focused on just one topic, but it sparked rich and wide ranging conversation. The discussion topic was emerging risks that continuity and resilience professionals are anticipating in the next 3 to 5 years. And the insights were incredibly valuable. I want to take a minute to encourage you to subscribe, like this video, and add a comment if you agree with the topics raised or want to add something else to the list. So the discussion began with AI risk, a major concern across the board. Participants explored the dangers of improper use, overdependence, cybersecurity vulnerabilities, and inaccuracies in AI models. The key takeaway: there's a strong need for proper training, ethical usage, and robust data protection practices. From there, the conversation shifted to regulatory challenges. Several attendees pointed out how shifting political landscapes and inconsistent international regulations make compliance difficult. The group emphasized the importance of staying informed and building regulatory awareness into resilience strategies. I want to take a moment to connect the first two topics by recommending that we keep an eye on AI regulations and privacy regulations as we incorporate more AI into our works. Depending on if you have a global presence, managing the varied regulations may become a heavy lift in the future. Cybersecurity was the next topic, and to be honest, this remains a top priority even in the present time. Attendees discussed the need for strong defense mechanisms, focusing on data protection tools, immutable storage, and continuous data protection to improve response and recovery capabilities. Connecting AI to this issue as we, the good actors, learn to incorporate artificial intelligence into daily activities, so will bad actors. The speed of cyber attacks due to AI will be a challenge for all organizations. This is happening now and could proliferate in 3 to 5 years. The group also addressed supply chain vulnerabilities, especially regarding global reliance on specific technologies like advanced chips. There was a strong support for diversifying supply sources and investing in sustainable and regional manufacturing. Keeping the current US landscape in mind and the uptick in tariffs, this is something many participants are concerned about and are positioning themselves to be able to act. Additionally, the session touched on the resilience of critical third parties. The discussion highlighted the importance of conducting thorough due diligence, particularly in areas like crisis management, incident response, business continuity, and disaster recovery. It was also mentioned to incorporate third parties into testing and exercise schedules, whether it be you inviting them or them inviting you. Now, I think this is a great idea, but when we broke it down further, the amount of participants that have been successful with this was on the lower side. So I think it's something to think about and consider, and perhaps even incorporate into future contracts to really make sure that you're understanding what is happening with your critical third parties and really all of your third parties. Another point raised was the fragility of aging infrastructure, particularly power grids and water systems. As extreme weather becomes more frequent, it's clear that strategic investment in infrastructure resilience is critical. We just saw a power outage across the Iberian Peninsula, and you can see my Coffee with Cream episode for more thoughts on that. There was also a power outage in Chile a few months prior, which was a completely different region. These outages, based on critical infrastructure, breed regional and global uncertainty. The consensus was clear: resilience planning must include better forecasting tools and scenario planning for these conditions. A subtle but important threat discussed was complacency, whether thinking about climate risk increasing, and folks not addressing it or believing that climate is a risk, and the fact that experienced professionals are retiring. The group stressed the need for continuous learning and transformation within the resilience field. From a education perspective, we had a student comment about how they are using AI and yearning for opportunities, such as internships and assistantships, to enter the field and quickly add value after obtaining their industry related degrees. And I think this is important that we, as seasoned professionals, don't become complacent that there'll just be someone else that can take over. Folks need to be trained and have an surroundings that allow them to build their skills before being thrown into the deep end, if possible. I know that's ideal, but that's something that I think is important for creating a more resilient global presence. So, thank you to everyone who participated and contributed to this insightful discussion. These conversations don't just identify risks, they inspire solutions. So, if you missed the session, we hope you'll join us for next month's Continuity Coffee and Chat on the first Thursday of the month, or the Global Resilience Exchange, which is held on the third Wednesday of the month. Until then, stay resilient and stay connected.